Okay, back to the phones to Michael, Lake City, Florida. Hello, sir. Great to have you on the program. Hi.
Hi. How you doing?
I'm good. Thank you.
I just wanted to ask you a question. If you think that Sarah Palin endorsing Trump actually hurts her credibility as a conservative.
I don't know that that's the question. I mean, it's an interesting question. But here's the question. Are you a Trump supporter? No wrong answer. Just curious.
No, I'm not.
Okay, you're not. Well, that I can still ask you. Does Sarah Palin's endorsement of Trump actually help him or hurt him?
Well, for the in-between voters like the independents, probably not, because it's split down the middle 50-50 with the whole country. So, no. But also, on top of that, the reason why I think it hurts her credibility as a conservative is I don't see Trump as being a conservative. He's never said outright that he's against universal health care. He's just like Obamacare.
I'm so glad you called out there, Michael, because it could well be. Only time will tell on this. There's no way to know right now whether Sarah Palin is hurting herself. How would that manifest? How could this hurt Sarah Palin? Would it result in her selling fewer books? Would it mean people less likely to see her if she shows up and does a public appearance? I don't know if she ever wants to run for office again. If she does this hurt her there? I don't know how that hurts her. But if you put it in the framework of conservatism, and you assume that she's a steady, rock-solid conservative, and you think Trump isn't, and here she is joining forces with some guy who's not and abandoning somebody who really is, does that hurt her with conservatives? And you might, on paper, that would have to. If conservatism is what's happening here. Now, this is where a lot of people apparently have understood me this week. I got a couple of notes this morning from friends who work at various publications who said they had editorial meetings about me yesterday because somebody told somebody that I had said that the days of conservatism are over and that the future is populism and nationalism. Well, I didn't say that. I haven't said anything. I'm analyzing what I think explains why people are doing what they're doing. I take the complex and make it understandable. And there's a bunch of stuff happening out here that has all kinds of people confused, like Dr. Krauthammer. Last night, I'm going to get the audio coming up, Dr. Krauthammer said he's perplexed because Trump can say anything and get away with it. That he can contradict himself left and right, and it doesn't matter. Nobody cares. Nobody holds him to it. He can't figure it out. That's just one example. How in the world can Trump say what he said about Megyn Kelly and grow? How can Trump say what he said about McCain and expand his lead? There are people scratching their heads. It doesn't make any sense to them. It violates everything they've ever been taught, everything they ever believed about politics. It violates everything they have put into practice when in politics themselves. I'm trying to answer all those questions for them after engaging in deep analysis. And it is clear. The point, his question, does Sarah Palin hurt herself with conservatives? Because I don't think Sarah Palin signed up with Trump because he's conservative. I don't think Sarah Palin's doing what she's doing to advance conservatism here. I mean, I don't want to put words in her mouth, and this is probably going to be misunderstood. But what has, I don't know, this is, in trying to explain, and I'm not trying to justify anything, I'm just trying to explain it to people. If you look, and I touched on this yesterday, there are a lot of people that tried to do great damage to Sarah Palin, and some of them are Republicans, and some of them call themselves conservatives. What does she really owe them? She has been mocked and even today she's being laughed at and made fun of and mocked because of her speech 2 days ago when she endorsed Trump. I still haven't seen it. I read the transcript. I told you what I thought of it yesterday. But she's being laughed at, mocked, and made fun of in conservative blog after conservative blog over her speech and her jacket. But I don't think when Sarah Palin decides to endorse Trump, it has anything to do with conservatism. I mean, maybe it's a factor. But she's not endorsing Trump because Trump's carrying a conservative banner. This is what I've tried to tell these people in the establishment for the last 2 weeks, what I've been trying to explain to everybody who's trying to understand this themselves. And this is what I think has got the conservative intelligentsia so, well, not panicked, but so concerned. It isn't about conservatism. They want to believe that the conservative movement exists because everybody understands the letter of the law on conservatism. Every policy, every philosophy, all the great conservative thinkers, and that's clearly not why people are calling themselves conservative. There's all kinds of other reasons that have nothing to do with the smartest conservatives in the room. So conservatism is not specifically the only glue that's putting this coalition of people together. And it's not why Sarah Palin signed up with Trump. Quick timeout. Back after this. Don't go away.